Please tell your colleagues to join. We don't have a lot of time. Okay, so I will proceed. So, sorry, I lost my internet. So let's wait for the numbers to reach 150. Now, class reps. It's important to attend class, and I always have this problem. Always, there are people who will not attend class, but they later come on after they see their results and they're not happy, and they start to complain and say many unnecessary things. Most of the things you will solve if you're able to attend class and just follow the basic thing the teacher is saying. Okay. And some of you are not very respectful. I'll have you know that I have very stable. It's not that I did not pay the internet. Someone is talking badly. I was in a hotel. Actually, I'm in a hotel now, and it's the internet that went off. Now I'm using mine, and I'll have you know that I have premium subscription. Uh, and someone is wants the class to end. The class will not end, my friend. We have uh, to to finish. We'll have another class on Saturday. Yeah, you people, we'll have another class on Saturday because we've lost a lot of time. So what I was saying, unfortunately before, so I apologize for the internet interruption, but we'll have to move on. But I emphasize that it's important to attend class. So these things, radiology, CT scan, and all those things are uh, works of engineers. Conversely, some engineering disciplines view the human body as a biological machine worth studying and are depicted to emulating many of the functions. So many things you can do. Try to, for example, in artificial intelligence, we have this thing we call neural networks, how your brain works and how you reason, how you make decisions. So that has been used in artificial intelligence and so on, fuzzy logic and robots, and so many things of Mandazi, and that for a long time, probably the whole day. Now, if we were to create, in theory, a computer that is able to do what the brains can do, you will need a computer the size of maybe Eldoret and Kapsabet combined, a city basically larger than Nairobi. That is the size of that computer. And you need a lot of water, a lot of cooling system, So you can see now, God has made your brain very tiny. Is unless you have a very big your head may not weigh 5 kilograms. Okay, but it can do many things. If you have to get a computer that can do what your brain can do, it would be very, very um, very, very would be impractical. Now, there are only 135. What is happening? We will soldier on nonetheless. Class reps, your people are not attending class well, and that's not good. Then both fields provide solution to real-world problems. This often require moving forward. Phenomena are completely understood in more rigorous scientific sense, and therefore experimentation and empirical knowledge is an integral part of both. Medicine in part studies a function of human body. The human body is biological machine. We say that the heart, for example, functions like a pump, a skeleton like a linked structure, and of course, when you want to move your arm, you use electrical signals. Okay. Engineering principle in medicine led to the development, for example, biomedical engineering. So, neural network is a model or tool for our brains, how our brains work. Then CT scan. So some of the um, engineering marvels. And quickly, we are saying engineering is an art. It's an art because you have to imagine and create reality. So it involves aesthetics. So you are not just making something like it's okay, so that it can work. Um, the engineering, and so on. So, for example, your phone, if you were to remove the cover and see bare what is making the phone operate, it's quite ugly, okay? So they compact it, they make the cover look nice. So that is engineering, so that is aesthetically pleasing, okay? You've gone to the construction site, it's quite messy, if you are just looking at the skeleton. But eventually we do nice finishing with cladding and so on. We, create some patterns, that aesthetics, the aesthetic feel. Then so it's an art as well, so that also an art to the extent that you imagine something. For example, many things. Mm, I don't know which building can come to mind. The island, okay. The what is it? There's an island in, is it Abu in the Middle East, where I'm told Ronaldo. Those who like footballs, Ronaldo has an, I don't know whether this is confirmed, has bought. It's called. It was inspired. This island was inspired by. Is it the Vine Island? The way the pine the island looks something like this. Sorry, a bit difficult to write here. In the is it in Dubai? And the inspiration for this island, so they reclaimed some part of the sea and then created an island that looks like a palm. Sorry, the Palm Island. Now I remember. So inspired by, you see. So this is imagination and creating reality. There's a lot of video. Or there's a video online actually describing how that was done. But now the art part that I'm saying, so that if you look at the bird's eye view, it indeed looks like so. Okay. Then many things. Some buildings probably inspired by some shapes like the corn, maize cob, and so on. So that's what we are saying is an art involves imagination, but of course after some, you have to also um, create something that is aesthetically pleasing. Okay. Then okay, so the fan blade, for example, of an aeroplane. I don't know what inspired that. You can check. And this is how we make, for example, gears. what shape inspired those things. Then we have political science. We call it, some people call it social engineering, political engineering, and so on. So financial engineering, you know. Then drawings. So this just to emphasize the software use of software. So these are civil engineers use their drawing. So this is something someone imagined, but you draw it and make sure that it's able to you are able to make it a reality. So these are AutoCAD drawings for civil engineers. AutoCAD, this is for textile engineering. So then, the social and economic impacts of engineering. People are saying they are tired, so I'll leave this one for you to read. Job creation, of course, economic growth. You can imagine how many jobs have been created by engineers. Economic growth, starting from, we've said, agrarian revolution, we have fertilizers and so on, and then we can sell these things. Foreign direct investment, if we, for example, the Nairobi Expressway, for example, done by foreigners, the also the SGR, the Standard Gauge Railway, and so on. So we get investors, industry development, and so you can see now when people come to Nairobi. I saw, was it a South Sudanese saying that Kenya looks like, when he landed into Kenya, I thought that he's in Europe, in a country in Europe. Anyway, the point there is that the face has changed. Okay. And the social impact, the quality of life has improved. Okay, someone keeps calling me. Let me see. Sorry, I had to answer some call there. The quality of life has changed. Now we have electricity, solar in the villages, and so on, or the places where there's no electricity. Education, almost postponing this class, but because I'm on an assignment by the university, but now you can see we can still online. Communication is easy, environmental sustainability. So later on in your study of engineering, you will talk about um, you will talk about sustainability, so that because all these things we are extracting from the environment, we have to do it in a way that it's sustainable. Then, of course, there are negative impacts, job displacement and inequality. So automation has made sure that some people who are relevant, things that now the machine have taken over can do, robots and so on. Dependence on job technology. So on technology, some of you have terrible spelling. I have just seen someone was talking about which law. I saw the spelling. I did not say, but the terrible spelling, because we're just relying on the auto complete, auto, what is it called, auto, that one, auto. Then in the computer, probably there's no, that app is not there, and so some of you have, some of you write the, don't think I cannot see, some of you have terrible spelling, I'm sure, because of lack of because although maybe that's okay, that's a disadvantage, things we get from the environment, and if we do it then too much, then we destroy the environment. Social fragmentation, uh, in the home, Even when people are eating, when people are not should be conversing, the kids, children, father, are on the phone. Okay. So isolation and fragmentation, and those are things we have to appreciate. Also, there is even a joke. As you most of you are on TikTok. See, there's a mother who has cooked meals for their kids, and so for you to serve, they ask you to surrender your gadget first before you're given food. Okay, so and it's a real thing. Okay, then there are portals. So because you supposed to be introduced to engineering, portals for engineering, so you can see that. I think this class uh, can end here. So these notes you already have, I will send to the class rep. So now listen to my instructions very carefully. And this one will come back to 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 haunt you if you don't listen. So I'm going to create. I don't know which so which class to start with. Whether MTI is here, but I'll create a link. So please join your own class, the link for your own class, and then you join that. We finish with attendance, and I think for today, that would be it. Then we can. Okay, and then what is it? Okay, so I think that part we finished. I will share the notes shortly with the class rep. Now I'll create links. Please make sure you join the correct link for your class. Okay. So the first link is for so that we and remember we have a meeting on Saturday to to. So we start with electrical. That's the first one, and the second one CSC, and the third one is MPE. The fourth one is TLE. The fifth one is CPE, and the sixth one is MTI if they are there. And the class rep, please, if MTI is because they did not see, they were not in this class previously, make sure you let them know. So I create a link so that we basically have some order. What is happening? So and this link is I'm going to also share. Hmm, is it possible to create several links? I'm not sure about that. What can I do? Okay. So listen and listen keenly. This link is for the link I am sending is for electrical. So electrical, please join. So the first link is for electrical. Now, once this is mute. So please make this easy. Please mute yourself. Who are these people? Please mute yourself. Okay, there's some. Okay, so if you make this thing easy, now now this one. So I'm removing you out of this class because if you are not disciplined, there's no way I'm going to deal with you. Yeah, so please mute yourself or I remove you out of the class. Ryan, one. Okay, so remove this. Unless you don't know how to do it. Remy, Kimutai, please mute yourself. Excellent. If you misbehave, then I will have no patience with you. If you make it easy, we'll finish very fast. Okay. Okay, so I think we start. I have said please mute yourself. Now someone is still unmuted. Masemo. So let me remove you because you think I'm joking with you. Okay, very well. So let's make this thing quick and it will be done. So this is 25. This is electrical EC. So please, if you are there, say present. Once you're happy, you can sign out and go for lunch or whatever you want to do. Okay, very good. So the first name is what? James Mudeo. Sorry, I'm sorry. Anna Mudeo. Okay, goodbye. James Kamau. Okay. Patrick Kimani. Shamir Uma, are you there? No, you know you are confusing. James Odhiambo Ouma, are you there? Yeah, I've noted